fun today. Hey, it's Michelle with Women and Whiskeys. Good to see you. All right, who is here? Who's here? Oh my gosh, there were so many people here earlier. We had Kilco and Lil and Mrs. Independent Joe. We saw a Slapshot. Who else? Jerry Black. Adriana from Women of Whiskeys. Or shit, that's me. I'm Women. Okay, Whiskey Mountains. Okay, I have to calm down. I'm so excited to see you all. I'm just so excited. All right, here we go. Jen Abrox. Jen, hello. Jen is tracking for me tonight. She is my partner in Women of Whiskeys, and she's hanging out, helping me out in the background tonight. Hot Ramen's here and Mr. Whiskey Shits. Stella, my guest from last week. Cheers, Stella. Good to see you. Roy R. Does Things and Richie Z. John T. Cheers to you. Pinch Hitter. Good to see you. Chris Cox, thanks for joining us tonight. And Darrell Stewart, I haven't seen you before that I know of, but thank you for joining. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see. Oh, Big Vic is here. Hello, Big Vic. Bourbon Lens, how are you? Cheers. Thanks for joining. And let's see. JoJo 2.0, thank you for joining us. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Dan O.B., hello. Good to see you always. William Myers, hello. Cheers. Will M., hello. Thanks for joining us. Deathless Dogs, Dan, I'm assuming. Good to see you. And Mark Emmenecker is always fun to see in chat. I'm so glad you're here. Bourbon Baller, hello. Cheers. And we have EJ and AW. I don't know that I've seen you here before, but I'm so glad that you're here now. All right. So I'll pop back in to see who else has joined us that I may have missed. But right now, I wanted to say I'm so glad you're here. We have a fun night. I always try to find different people that haven't been here that do a little bit different than I do. I have Stacie H with me tonight. She's going to come on. She hasn't had much experience with bourbon. She's more of an Irish and Scotch drinker. So we made a little deal. She sent me some of her Irish. I sent her hand-delivered some bourbon. And we're just going to see how this goes. We're going to walk each other through it and do some whiskey lessons. So I hope you all enjoy the ride because I'm a little nervous. So fifth quarter tailgate is here. Hello. And IC86. Hey, how are ya? So I'm going to bring her on now. Stacie's coming on. Hello, Stacie.
Hello.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We got our stuffs. We're going to go. We're going to do this. I don't know. I mean, I love giving people bourbon, but when they give me Irish back, I love it even more.
I'm excited just to try bourbon.
Are you?
I have not tried a lot at all. And I have a struggle with it to try to find things that I like.
So what part of it is your struggle?
I think the problem is the first one that I tried is Maker's Mark. And I know I know it's a good whiskey. It has huge fans. But it came off like Cherry NyQuil to me. And
so was it just plain Maker's Mark or?
Plain old Maker's Mark. I just thought of it.
Cherry cough syrup all the way. Absolutely. Yeah.
And so that kind of put me off. And I think I'm just picking the wrong bourbon for me.
Well, and there's so many different kinds that you can't judge them all on one, which I'm assuming is the same for Irish and Scotch, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a huge, huge variety of Irish and Scotch.
So
and I know it's the same way for bourbon.
So I'm hoping that, actually, I shouldn't say this. I am expanding my horizons. Mm-hmm. And heavy peat is probably going to kill my palate. So I'm hoping if you did give me that, we're going to work up to it. Or if you didn't, I love you even more. So.
We did not do heavy peat for you, Michelle. Okay. Yeah, I saw this last week in the Port Charlotte. Yeah, so I left peat at a very, very low minimum and only on one.
Okay. So Hot Ramen is sipping Lefroy Sherry Cask. And
that I can't do.
No? Okay. Lil, Makers is a great mixer, but never drink it straight, she says.
See, I'm just listening to the wrong people.
Whiskey Wars is saying he's totally with you. The standard makers, eh. Well, he didn't say eh, but I'm going to say eh. And Lil wants to know who Pete is. Who is Pete? Okay. So, real quick, off the top, you know I love to give stuff away. If it's free to you, I love it. Why? Because whiskey is meant to share. So we are going through a flight of Irish for me and a flight of bourbon for Stacie. Every $5 donation that you make to the Women of Whiskey's channel to help support us will put you into the running for both flights. We will send you all the flights that we are drinking, plus one piece of merch from the Women of Whiskey's site. So I have the Venmo link that will run across the ticker. Also, they're in the description, I believe, and my mods will drop it. Every $5 is an entry. We'll run it at roughly 5 minutes to 10. We're going to wrap up around 10 o'clock. If you do make a donation, please tag Jen A. Rocks, which is Jen Artolino. She's tracking for me tonight, which I much appreciate. So if you want to drink what we're drinking, that's how you can win it. What does that do? Helps my little tiny channel buy all the bottles to give away and do all the stuffs we do. Okay, we have AW. AW is not a fan of Maker's Mark either. And where else?
You guys.
Let's see what else. Yep, Stella, not a fan of it either. See, you got people in your corner here. They're like, no. But then we have Emily Chambers, who just has mad love for us. And okay, yes, Adriana, I would say that the 46 cast strength, that's good. I like the Maker's Mark 46 cast strengths, and I like some of their like, for me, it's the Idaho Director's Cut. I like those. Those are good. AW wants to know, and I'm going to ask you this, Stacie, what are your fave Irish?
Oh, what day of the week it is lately.
Really?
Yeah, I vary so often. And every time you pick a favorite bottle, a new one comes out. Probably the best bottle I've ever had is probably the Redbreast Palace Bar single cask. Something that is readily available, or way more available since that bottle's been sold out for flipping ever. Oh gosh. The new 2 Stacks Polaris I really like that I sent you a sample of. That one is really phenomenal.
Oh, the what? Oh yeah, okay. All right. Well, then you got Bubble Bath, who says variety is the spice of life. Can we just apply that to every part of our life? Because I would agree.
I totally agree. I've had the makers, they did like, what is it, like a bread pudding and grandma's kitchen or something like that versions. And I think Bubble Bath knows what I'm talking about. Okay. And I tried those, but they were better, but
so you're still getting that cherry cough syrup kind of thing. So I know I talked about that a lot. That was your big turnoff.
Yeah, that cherry flavor I'm just not a fan of.
Yeah. So when Stacie and I talked about that, she was like, please send me anything but cherry cough syrup, because that was nasty. So I tried. AW says, I want to like 2 Stacks, but the 2% peat in them kills it.
Yeah, it does. It's just at the end. The cast strength, I don't think you notice it as much.
Oh, good, because I know you sent me 2 Stacks. So
the one I sent you doesn't have any peat and malt at all. The other one does.
So we have Independent Joe saying, please subscribe to Bubble Bath Bourbon. Yes. So we have a couple people in here. Adriana Whiskey Mountains. They're going to drop her link as well. I will say Adriana has been a big supporter of ours since the very beginning. She comes on a lot of our criminals and cocktails episodes. Whiskey Mountains. She does the hikes up the mountains and then does a whiskey review. If you haven't checked out her channel, please do. If you like what you see, just hit the subscribe and the like. Bubble bath bourbon. I mean, bubbles in a bathtub with bourbon. I mean, check it out. So, brand new channel is Big Vic's Backyard. I was on there recently. That is fun stuff. So we have a lot of good channels in here. Independent Joe does a pub style. If I do not support or like a channel, I will not tell you. I will just glaze over it. So if I'm telling you, please go check them out. It's worth doing that. Okay, that's my spiel. I'm off my soapbox. So we have... oh, you are. That is Whiskey Mountain's merch right there. Let's see if I can figure this out. I'm learning stuff. Are you ready for me to learn stuff? Well, now I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I could look at this. Maybe I can figure out how to isolate you. Maybe I don't. Nope, I don't. I thought I knew how to highlight you. I'm really terrible at this shit. I know Adriana taught me last time, and now I'm failing. Adriana, I failed you. I'm so sorry. I failed you. Okay, anyway. Tommy T is here. Hey, Tommy T, how are ya? Okay, you want to start? What are we starting with for you? We did this in an order.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Redwood Empire Lost Monarch.
Okay. So the Redwood Empire, that's 90 proof. We're going to start lower proof for you. And I'd love to have you smell it first and see if you can pick anything out of that.
Ooh, that smells pretty. We got a lot of apple on that.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a pretty prominent note on that.
Like apple, like vanilla, butterscotch. Like a little bit of oak. But the apple's really like red apple on that. That smells really nice.
Okay, so you get a lot of apple. What about when you give it a taste? What do you think?
Ooh, that's yummy. That's really good.
Now, I did see her bourbon collection, everyone. It's like Jack Daniels, and I thought I saw some New Riff in there. There was like 4 bottles. I'm like, honey, let's do this. We're going to do it on stream.
4 bottles and 2 of them people left at my house.
Okay, so Cole Redding says cheers to us both. Cheers, Cole Reddings. Good to see you,
like a lot of brown sugar. Brown sugar.
Okay, yeah.
It's like maple syrup. This is, and like maybe like some spice or black pepper at the finish.
There is on that finish, you get just a touch of black pepper on that. So is that a yay or a maybe or?
I like that.
Okay. All right. So let's see what you sent me for my first pour. Now, remember, if you guys want to win the flights that we're doing, you could just go ahead and donate. $5 get you in. I don't know if my flight's any good. I haven't had it. So here we go. We're going to do Redbreast PX, right, Stacie? That's what you said first?
Yeah.
Redbreast PX. I haven't had it. I've heard about it, but I haven't had it.
So that's a single pot still that they released released in Ireland, I think in the fall. And it sold out. The first batch sold out fairly recently. It's making its way across the US right now. It sold out in Ohio and the whole state within 3 weeks.
Huh. Oh, I love the smell on that. Oh, wow. It's so like light. Like I didn't think it'd be that light.
Yeah, for a PX, it's not weighed down.
Okay. Oh, Mark Emmenecker, in the description is the PayPal. I'm pretty sure one of the mods will drop it. I apologize, it's not in the ticker, but it is in the description. Oh my goodness. It almost smells like did you say, is it finished?
Yes, Bubble Bath is right. It's Pedro Jimenez sherry finished.
See, and usually sherry is too sweet for me, but that does not smell that sweet. So I'm gonna give it a taste.
It's sweet. It's definitely got some sweetness.
Oh yeah, on the palate I can taste that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's really good.
Yeah. The spice from the single pot still kind of balances some of the sweetness that you get from the
it does, because you get the sweet, and then up on the back you get the spice.
Yeah.
On that finish is long.
That's been a popular one with Irish whiskey drinkers. I bought 3 bottles of it. I'm down to the last one.
Oh, well, thank you for sending me some.
Oh, okay.
And whoever wins, that's awesome.
Yeah, as I told you, I absolutely was happy to do that. I think whiskey is for sharing. It's for, getting it out there and getting people to taste it.
Yeah, it absolutely is. That's the only way to drink it, is with friends. Juniper Lane, cheers. Glad you're here as always. So those of you in chat, this is the Redbreast PX. Now, I've had a few Redbreasts that I like, but I'm very limited on the Irish I've had. Let me know what you think of it, because I'm really trying to expand my palate into Irish and Scotch. This is a great starter, I would say. This doesn't, I like this a lot, which means I probably can't get it, because usually what I like, I either can't afford it or can't get it.
It retailed around here it usually retails around 100 to 115.
Okay.
It is making its way west. I think they're just spotting it in some western states, so it might just not have hit your area yet.
Okay. So what do you have next on your pour?
I have Starlight Double Oaked.
Oh, that is one of my favorites. I'm just saying. Oh, real quick, Dustin Hendricks, first-time caller, first-time viewer, compiling a playlist of your true crime stuff for my wife, hoping to combine 2 of our interests. Can I just tell you that my channel is all about laid back? It's, you know what? If your wife wants to throw it in Diet Coke, I do that. If she wants to put it on the rocks, I do that too. If she wants to make a cocktail, let's do that. Or neat, just to get the notes. Been known to do that too. But most of all, 4th Wednesday of every month, me and Jen dive into true crime. If your wife isn't sure, we have a Facebook page that's only for ladies. It's for people that aren't sure or are sure and just don't want to be out in the general population. Facebook Women of Whiskeys group is just for ladies. At least have her join that so she can get the cocktail recipes. Okay, again, off my stool now. Tell me about it now, Stacie. Sorry. I got excited. These wives.
No, so it's funny. I noticed this one and I thought I got apple on the first one, but now I'm like, that's not apple. That was citrus. So now going back to it, I'm like, okay, this is apple.
Okay, so it was a little bit of both on the first one, but more citrus, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny now that I'm picking it up here. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not what I found. This one, oh my gosh, that smells good.
So you get a little citrus, a little bit of rye note on the first one. Your second one, so your second one's going to be more apple, more fruit, little bit higher proof.
That is like apple and vanilla. It's almost like dessert.
A lot of vanilla. Now this one's 96 proof, so it's not much higher. But the one thing about the double oak for me, it seems more cohesive. Like everything kind of blends together. Cheers, Mash and Drum. Thanks for stopping in. I saw a little bit of your stream tonight. I saw that you were pouring some of the Master's Keep. I have to agree with you. It beats out the the Decades beats out 100%. So. AW says the Redbreast PX is special and not super typical of most Irish. Would you agree with that,
right.
Stacie?
Yeah, he is right. It definitely is. They started stepping outside the box a little bit with Redbreast Small Batch last year, and PX It's kind of like Redbreast kicked up to 11. Like it is
Okay.
outside the box.
Okay.
Bourbon saw some today.
Okay, so IC86, the Redbreast 12 I have, and I did like that a lot. I'm still, like I said, kind of branching out on that, but I did like that. I really like this one a little bit better, honestly, I have to say.
I like that one better.
Do you?
And Listo is their sherry, their staple that they have all the time. I did a comparison between Redbreast Listo and Redbreast PX, and I kind of like the PX better.
Okay, so Listau is one of the first ones I ever had, and I really, really liked it. I think I'm gonna have to go back and revisit it next to this to see
That's
how
what
I
I did.
feel, because it's been about a year since I've had it, even though it's sitting on my shelf.
It was my favorite, and then I did a side by side. I'm like, son of a biscuit, that PX is better.
So Mark has the Starlight Double Oak store pick, and he wants to find more.
This smells delicious.
All right, we're all waiting to see the opinion here.
Oh, well, that's really good. I love the oak at the finish. It's like a little drying. It reminds me of like a dry white wine.
So I'll tell you, I got stuck on the double oak when I got one of Irene Tan's picks. She did a bunch of Starlight picks, which hooked me on Starlight. And no, that's a lie. I was going to say I haven't had one I don't like. Just the other night, I had one I didn't like. But out of all the Starlights that I have had, all their finishes, all their bottles, there's one that I didn't care for, and that was the straight bourbon. It was not good. Sorry, Starlight. It wasn't good. I'm just saying. Didn't care for it.
This is yummy. This is a lot. This reminds me of almost like an Irish single pasta with the amount of baking spice in it.
Oh, really? Okay.
A lot of baking spice.
A lot of baking spice. Uh-huh.
But then it's got that oaky, dry finish to it. Now, see, I could drink this every day.
Oh, good. See, I love to hear that. Whack Attack. Jeffrey's in the house. Cheers.
I'm going to have to road trip to Indiana now. They're in Indiana, aren't they?
Yes. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I could go any distillery, I would go to Starlight, because I just love Starlight so much, and I've heard great things about their distillery itself. So, yeah, I would totally go there.
I've heard good things about it, and I think it's only about, it can't be more than 4 hours.
Really? Is it that close?
Hours. Yeah, I'm right next to Indiana. I mean, I could be in Indianapolis in 3.5. So.
Okay, so Whiskey Mountain, how funny. The dry note of oakiness throws some off, but other of us enjoy it. Yes, so some people are like the dry oak, bleh, and then you either love it or hate it. And I love it.
Mm-hmm. I really like it. It's some of my favorite Irish are finished that way as well.
All right, so non-bourbon drinker, we're 2 for 2.
Yeah, I definitely, that's been my favorite of the two.
Oh, that's your favorite. Okay.
Yeah, that's been
we should
my
be
favorite.
writing this down. We should know this, because I told you I was going to send you more of the notes that we like. So I'm going to, you like the Starlight better.
Mm-hmm. I like that one.
And then, but you still liked the Redwood.
I did. I liked that one. I liked it.
I would say the Redwood is a little bit sweeter in my opinion. So
yeah, I do like the woody finish. That one of my daily drinkers is Hinch Doublewood, and it reminds me of that, with that woody dry finish to it.
So Adam, Mr. Whiskey Shit says EC18 is Michelle's ride or die. Okay, you know, Adam, we've been friends a long time. Me and EC18, we go way back. Like, I would sell shit for that particular bottle. Then we got some of these newer barrel proofs and of EC, and I don't know. I mean, it might be in the running. I may be converting.
EC is Elijah Craig, right?
Yes, it is Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig 18 is phenomenal for a lower proof. The notes and I just love it.
I have a little sample bottle of the regular Elijah Craig to try. That's
okay,
what
I gotta send you some 18 because nope, it's not even close.
Not even close.
No. I
That
need to have an Elijah Craig barrel proof like C920 or something, because I think C920 might rival my 18, if not top it. Just shh, Adam. Okay. So what am I going into next? I'm diving into.
I think we were going to have you try the Killowen. I sent you the rum and raisin, right?
Yes, the Killowen Rum and Raisin 5-year single malt, finished in dark rum casks and PX sherry butts.
Yeah. They put sherry in it. It's a larger.
You gave me butts.
It's a larger cask, yeah.
Okay. Just wondering. Okay.
Killowen at one point was the smallest distillery in Ireland. I'm not sure if they still are. It might be, but there's 44 distilleries in Ireland now, so it's hard to tell.
I want to go to Ireland so bad. It's we have like a top 10, and it's like right there in the top 5.
It is so beautiful over there.
I mean, I am half Irish, so.
We went in 2014, and we went to Ireland and in Northern Ireland. But this distillery is just over in Northern Ireland in County Down.
Oh my God, Juniper Lane, I heart you. That's awesome. We only have 7 left of those, and then we're going to get new ones. We only have 7 left of our OG original ones. I'm so glad you got one. That's awesome. Okay.
That was the first Glen I bought in probably 5-10 years. Was that one?
Really? I love that. My next one's, I want them etched a little brighter. So Bourbon likes sherry butts and he cannot lie. So this one, I still feel the sweetness, but it definitely smells more. I get more of that sour note on this one.
That one it's more malty.
Yeah, I definitely get the malt on this one. That sourdough, malty. Yeah.
So they are in the US now, in just a few select states. They started coming over. They're not cheap. The bottles are actually small. They're only 375 size.
Oh, okay.
They aren't cheap. In fact, my friend from Cork that's over here that got me hooked on Killowen, the first bottle I bought, he handed it to me and he said, "You're going to hate me."
Oh, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
It'll be a love-hate.
Yeah, because once you like it, they bottle everything at cask strength. Some of the bottles, I mean, they do filter them, but some of them you'll find little black specks in the bottom from the casks. Like, that's really kind of cool.
So this is 110 proof, it looks like. Cheers, yeah. Mr. Jiggs. Hello. Oh, and then we have Donald Rance, who has been begging me to get into Irish. So I'm so glad Donald Rance is here and that Stacie is walking me through them.
I love talking with Donald.
I mean, if you're going to talk Irish, let's talk Donald.
I've been on a stream with him where literally we'll just start immediately jumping into it. And I can see people looking and they're kind of looking like we're talking a different language. Like, well, have you tried this? Did you hear about this new release? Well, you heard about this one, right?
So AW, I am right now nosing the, okay, Killowen. I didn't want to say it wrong. Killowen Rum and Raisin 5-year single malt Irish. So Stacie hasn't had much exposure to bourbon, so I delivered her some bourbon and she delivered me some Irish. All right, let's taste this. Okay. Strangely, I like it, but it's very unusual because I've had some Irish.
It's very different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really heavy single malt.
I love the unusualness of that. Cheers, Trev. Glad you're here. Drink some Irish with me. What is that? What is that I'm tasting? It's the sourdough, but there's something else.
So one of the things that
is there a dark fruit in that?
You're probably getting that off the sherry.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
One of the things they do, they were one of the first in a long time in Irish distillers to start using worm tub condensers. They use Portuguese copper stills. They go old school, big time old school. And they do a lot of poutine too. I just ordered a bottle of poutine from them Friday, actually.
Oh, okay.
So they do a lot of historical mash bills, and they're very different, but there's a lot of flavor there. Mm-hmm. Some of them, you know, so I don't like all of them, but.
Well, I have to say, I mean, so you've watched me try some Irish. This is probably the most unusual that I have had.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of people outside of regular Irish whiskey drinkers know of Killowen. I mean, they just hit the States. Their marketing is all grassroots. They're just people who have tried it that are spreading the word about it. No Black Barrel in the flight tonight.
Okay. I think what the thing that's throwing me with this is there's so much going on in this glass. It seems so busy.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot, yeah.
I would love to be able to pick out notes, but I would have to spend some time with this because there's so much going on. It's very, very busy.
And I'll even, with the Killowens, I'll drop a drop or two of water in there because they're literally coming out of the cask into the bottle.
Okay. I just want to sip on this for a while because there's so much going on. It's very intriguing.
Yeah.
This so far, I think, I mean,
they go outside the box too. So I've got, they did a Basque acacia wood. I've got a Hungarian oak. They did one in a Pinot Noir Burgundy wine that I flippin' love.
Oh, wow. God, that's so unique. I mean, I don't know if it's unique for Irish because I haven't been exposed to a lot, but there's so much going on in that glass.
Okay, Scott, the way you're spelling, that's poutine, which is gravy on French fries. Poutine is essentially it's Irish new make, but some distillers like Killowen are actually reviving historical recipes of it that predate putting whiskey in a cask, which does involve a lot of peated. Yes, that would probably be about right, Mr. Jakes.
Okay, I'm just kind of looking to see what I missed here. So the next one that you're going to dip into, Stacie, while I kind of catch up here. Okay, so AW has a question. I just saw Black Barrel Cask Strength on an Irish website. Never heard of that one. It costs like 5 times the regular.
So AW, I assuming you're talking about Black Barrel Proof. It actually is not cask strength. I think it's either 48 or 50%. Yes, Donald, they use worm tub condensers at Killowen. I've heard the Black Barrel Proof is good. I didn't get it. In Ohio, a good one to start with. I would say Powers 3 Swallows, but we haven't had it on our shelves here for a good 6 months. You know, if you're looking for something just cheap, pick up, a Powers Gold Label. Get a Redbreast 12. I mean, those are solid.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that's good.
We have Redbreast 12 tasting kits in Ohio that come with a Redbreast 12, a Redbreast 15, and a Listo. That's a great way to try all 3 of them before, and they're $15. So it's a great way to try them before spending the money on a bottle.
And I mean, Powers is, for the price, Powers is decent. I mean, it's like people that come to me and they're like, I like Jameson. What should I try? Try Powers.
I love Powers. They've had some really bad marketing lately. Their marketing team got fired because it was so abhorrent. And we're hoping that the brand can revive itself because honestly, it's totally solid. All of them are. But AW, if it's the black barrel proof, I don't like it because it is a twist on words. Barrel proof is not an Irish term. They don't use barrel proof. They use cask strength.
Okay.
So they call it's black barrel proof. Everybody I've known that has got it liked it. I mean, I wouldn't pay more than double a regular black barrel for it. There's too many others out there right now. They're releasing so flipping fast.
Okay. How are we doing over there?
This smells delicious.
And that is the
Sam Houston.
Oh, Sam Houston 15 Idaho pit. Okay. So it's the Idaho batch. It's this one here that I have. Oh my goodness. I was going to look because I didn't tell you. This is the batch 1. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. I mean, I don't want to coerce you, but
no, this is like butterscotchy, nutmeg, vanilla. This is like cake. This smells sweet.
It does on the nose. It really comes across sweet. Yes.
Ooh, that's yummy. I like that. I can taste the char on there. This is the first one I can actually taste the char, the barrel char.
Can you? Okay. Yeah, it's funny because like Sam Houston 14, I thought was great. I got Sam Houston 15. I'm like, 14. Get away. Get away.
Yeah, that's really sugary. And then I get the oak and you get the barrel char. It was like marshmallow at the end. That is delicious.
So you've done 3. Where are we at as far as terms on those?
I might have a new favorite. This is yummy.
It's pretty good, right?
This is really yummy. I might have, yeah. The other one is really, really good. So and I have a feeling I'll be able to get that one easier than this one.
The best part about Sam Houston 15 is there's multiple different ones that you can try. That's one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. It's just an all around good bottle, no matter which state you get it from.
That is so flipping good. I like that one.
That's
like a drink.
Adriana is very excited for you, by the way.
Adriana knows about my aversion to bourbon and the struggles.
I said we will convert you. Yeah. We'll bring you in.
You guys are all super, super helpful. Honestly, the only reason I can even hold a bourbon conversation is because of everybody in this chat and everybody who's on a channel.
So don't forget, everyone, you can win both the flights that we're drinking tonight. Every $5 donated to help support the channel, which all goes back into the channel, gives you a chance to win these flights. Stacie will hand deliver her flight that she sent me, and I will hand deliver the flight that I sent her. So the links are in the description. So please also, if you're going into the description, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like, that'd be awesome. That supports me for free. So that was my plug, my little commercial plug.
I might throw something in a little extra with whoever wins, just because I went a little crazy this last week. I think I bought like 10 bottles.
You what? Say that again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I might have to include something a little extra for whoever wins because I've gone a little crazy this last week and I've bought like 10 bottles. So
Stacie, you're here. You don't have to include extra. You're here learning how to love bourbon. That's enough.
I know. Okay. I love it. This is so good.
I'm so glad you like that because that is one of my favorites. So Mr. Whiskey Shits is thinking you're so awesome and is glad that you're here.
I owe him some 2 stacks. I'm gonna have to get him some 2 stacks.
Wait, some what?
Some 2 stacks.
Oh, which is what I have, right?
Yep.
Okay. I owe him some very tight leggings and a crop top.
I've heard about that.
Now, honestly, Adam, I did not forget you. It's just with the surgery and me being out, I write it every day on my to-do list at work. It just keeps getting written. It's coming, I promise. And when it gets there, we are all going to look at the pictures. I'm so excited.
I'm really excited. Sorry,
Stahl has to do it too. I'm so excited. Wait, Mike says, there's that. Okay, so we know you love Sam Houston 15. I'm going into, what is this one?
I think you're having the 2 stacks Polaris.
I am the Red Ice Wine Cask 9-year single malt.
So that is sourced from Cooley. And it was finished several months in a red ice wine cask from the Niagara region of Ontario. And that released in Ireland about a month ago.
I had never heard ice wine cask until 2 days ago. Someone said, I never heard it before, ever. So 2 days ago, I heard it. And then you sent this to me or delivered this to me. And I was like, wait, that's weird. Okay. But I have to show this if it shows. Because I don't know how to highlight because I'm dumb and I don't know how to do it. Nope, still don't know how to. Oh, wait. Let me try. I think I have it. Nope, that's you. Hi.
Me.
That's not me. Never mind. Anyway. See what I said? I'm laid back. Look at this bottle. That's the sample I got from her. It's so cute, that bottle. It's so cute with the red top. And
I have a ton of those. So
when I opened up my little package that she hand delivered, I'm like, oh my God, these are the cutest things ever.
Yeah, I did Belfast Whiskey Week last year and it was virtual. So I have literally probably 100 of these little bottles.
Okay, so that's totally off topic, but both William and I were very impressed with your sample bottles.
I love those flipping bottles. I've used those bottles.
Freaking cute. They're so cute.
For everything.
Where'd you get those from?
When I did Belfast Whiskey Week. Yeah.
Oh, but you got them there?
Yeah, we did virtual tastings and they were included in the kits.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
This was in the bonus kit. And yeah, so I did 6 sessions and then got a bonus box. And there were about 3 to 5 whiskeys in each session and then a bonus box of 30. And then I got a couple other sessions. So yeah, I'm lousy with bottles right now.
Can I say thank you, Juniper Lane? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
That is awesome. Wow.
Dustin, you tag Jenny Rocks in chat. If for some reason you can't do that, just throw it in there. I'll find it and make sure she gets it. So Jenny Rocks, Jen_A_rocks is who you want to tag. Okay. So you told me the order to put these in, but this one smells lighter than the last one.
It is. Yeah. So there are 2 ice wine cask finished Irish whiskeys now. Writer's Tears is the other. Both of them actually, they're getting their casks from distilleries from wineries in the region where Donald Rance is from. So yeah, okay. he has the other Writer's Tears is Enniskillen and he's had that wine.
But thank you, Mr. Whiskey Shits. I appreciate that. This smells very fruity, like on the nose, very fruit forward, very citrus, crisp, summer.
Yeah, they used a red Cobb Franc ice wine cask for that one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a huge fan of wine finished whiskey in general. So when that one released, I ended up buying 2 bottles of it.
Yeah. Now that I know that, I'm going to send you some finished stuff that I love. Okay, I have to taste this now because I keep smelling, it smells delicious.
I love that one. I get a lot of berry, like fresh berry notes on the nose.
Okay. I'm confused on the taste. I don't, okay. It's almost like I get the fruit, but then I'm confused by the moss. Is it moss I'm getting? What is that?
It could, I mean, you could. It's a Cooley single malt, so you're definitely probably going to get the musty, malty notes at the end. They're not
Okay.
nearly going to be as pronounced as in the Killowen.
Maybe it's not moss. I don't know what it is, but I'm very confused by it. I'm like, it's like total opposite. It's good, but it's like crisp versus tart. And I don't know what to do with that.
And I am sending you Irish that are completely outside the box.
This is, okay, this could sound totally weird, but if I was going to bake gingerbread cookies and have pears and apples at the same time, it would be this.
I can see that.
Is that,
I mean, no, I can see that.
Okay. Somehow all my notes are food.
Yeah, honestly, I do that a lot.
They're all food.
It's just kind of word association.
I think it's memory association, really. Like you taste something or you smell something and it's got to correlate with something in your memory bank.
But that is how I remember things like, blue spot. Well, that's pineapple black pepper. It's just things like that are how I
definitely get peppery on this. Definite pepper. Like red chili flake, like you would put on a pepperoni pizza kind of pepper.
I get more of like a spicy, like a clover and nutmeg on that one.
Oh yes, the clover. Yeah. See, now I always say, I always do the disclaimer that with baking spices, I'm terrible at narrowing them down. But once you say that, yes, that's exactly what it is.
It's tricky. Honestly, a lot of them, I'd have to have them in front of me at the time to tell them apart half the time. But yeah, I tried to send you stuff outside the box. As most people do think Irish, they think 40% Jameson.
I love that. I love that you did that. Okay, so dive into your next one. Let's see what the next one is that you're doing.
This is Henry McKenna.
Oh, yes, Henry McKenna.
Okay, now I'm confused. It smells like nail polish remover or like varnish.
Okay.
I'm getting like hints of vanilla under it, but I'm getting a lot of like a chemical-y note.
Okay, so you're getting that it's very ethanol forward.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
So what is everybody else in chat drinking? Are you doing Irish, bourbon, whiskey? What are you doing while we walk through these? Stella, the writer's tears. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just going to pretend to know. I have no clue what that is. Please.
Writer's tears is not bad. The copper pot is nice. I'm not a huge double oak fan. The Marsala is good. The Mizranar is really good. The Enniskillen's good.
Is Writer's Tears like an Irish whiskey?
It's an Irish brand. It's owned by
I don't know. Let's see. We get to do my journey with me. I'm not going to pretend. Someone send me that because I don't know what the frick it is. Stella, tell me your opinion on it. And now I really want
I'd love to hear Stella's opinion of it if she's had it. I loved Stella coming on your show.
I freaking love Stella.
I did not, that note I did not get on any of the others.
Which note?
The almost a little bit, I want to say like almost like nail polish remover, varnish, like a clean.
This one is different that way. You will get that the first, absolutely on the note.
Yeah, going back to it, I'm getting more vanilla.
So Hot Ramen is trying to figure out where to go after the Islay. Sorry, not a Scotch drinker. My husband's over there cringing probably on the patio right now.
If he's drinking peated, Isla, I mean, just keep drinking peated.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Whiskey Shits. A122. I don't like A batch, but it came to me. It was delicious. Absolutely delicious. It showed up on my bar miraculously. It was amazing. Just saying.
Yeah. It's a miracle how many times the UPS man just happens by my house with an unmarked package from Ireland.
This actually was a person that showed up and just set it on my bar. He was amazing, Lord Schlong. It was great.
That is one reason my husband is excited for me to get into bourbon, because it's 90 minutes to Kentucky and it is a whole lot of shipping from Ireland.
A whole lot of shipping from Ireland. Yes, we need to get you over there.
Yeah. This is the palate is totally different than the nose. I am not getting that chemical at all on the palate.
So Stella, I am not tasting that particular one. The last one I tasted was some 2 Stacks Polaris Red Ice Wine Cask.
I like that one. That one just released a month ago.
Okay, so have you tasted that one yet?
This is good. It's like it's syrupy and it's like fruity, and I'm getting a little bit of caramel, a little bit of vanilla. I don't get that chemical that I got on the nose. I don't get that on the palate at all.
Yeah, so the palate is way different. Okay, real quick, we each have one more to go through. I'm not going to rush you through it. I just wanted to mention that the giveaway, if you want to win our flights, a flight that was delivered to Stacie, which is all bourbon, a flight that was delivered to me, which is all Irish. You can win both flights. Every $5 is an entry. We're going to shut that down in 8 minutes. So you have 8 minutes to get that entry in. Every $5 an entry. If one of my mods will drop that link. If not, it's in my description. The other thing you can do, I am dropping in the next 2 days, hoping tomorrow, but I kind of suck. So maybe the next day into Patreon, we are going to be voting on the next Criminals and Cocktails crime case and cocktail. Every Patreon member gets a vote. So throwing that out, we have 8 minutes left on the giveaway, and we have 2 more things, or 1 each to sip. So with that, tell me where you are. Tell me. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is it good? Is it not?
It's probably been my least favorite.
Oh,
it's not bad.
Is it? No, it's cool. I mean,
I think it's just the nose is throwing me off.
Okay. No, I mean, there is no, I'll be honest, there's things I loved in the beginning, hated later, or hated in the beginning, loved later. So there's no wrong.
Oh, yeah. This Sam Houston. Yeah. Holy cannoli. I love that one. I'm probably going to pour a little more of that one. Actually, I'll pour it in my Women of Whiskey's Glen, since I do think it's kind of funny. I think you've been drinking all the Irish out of Glens tonight.
Yes.
I've been drinking all the bourbon out of Irish whiskey glasses tonight.
Oh, that's hilarious. I don't have an Irish whiskey glass. I should get one. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. It's like 2 a glass.
Oh my gosh. That's a thing?
Yeah. It was designed after the Skellig Michael in Ireland.
I learn something new every day.
Designed for Irish whiskey. So I have a ridiculous amount of those. I'm starting to get more Glens because I'm buying them off all of you. So
I'm over here. I'm drinking out of Mash and Drum, Women of Whiskeys, Storytime, Livewire. I got all the Glens. I just, I love my peoples.
I'm trying to get merch and Glens from all of the whiskey tubers.
Aw, you're very supportive. I appreciate that.
You guys have honestly, you've helped me so much. The first bottle of Isla Scotch I bought was at a recommendation, from Chat and Shayla's stream.
Oh yeah.
And I think it was Sugar Kitty, and I might have been IC86 or Ben Demon Hunter that recommended the Ardbeg that I bought and that I'm almost out of. I flip and love it. And honestly, I could not hold a bourbon conversation without all of you. I at least sound like I know what I'm talking about, even though I've not had any of these things.
I always get excited when I talk to someone. Like, I reached out to Stacie because I was like, I discovered that I like some of the Irish and I want to know more about it. And she's like, well, I don't know anything about bourbon. I had no clue she didn't know about bourbon. I'm like, well, shit, let's do it live then.
This is perfect timing. One of my Irish organizations is planning a Derby Day for the Kentucky Derby that we do every year. And they've decided I do whiskey tastings there. We'll do bourbon flights and Stacie can pick the bourbons. And oh boy, I don't know anything about bourbon. So
okay.
This has been very, very helpful so I can go and actually make educated choices to pick bourbon for everyone.
Okay, so you're not a huge fan of the McKenna. You like it okay, but it's not your fave.
Yes. That's not one I would purchase.
Okay. Right.
The Sam Houston, I would go online tonight after I get off your stream and try to find it at a retailer that will ship to my house.
All right.
That one is really, really good.
Okay, so I'm going to dive into my last one that you sent or delivered to me. It is the 2 Stacks Cask Strength. Are you gonna kill me?
Stella is my Stella. Peat of bourbon. There's only a 2% peat at the end of it. It's 65%.
You know what's weird? I get no smell off this. There's no nose. Maybe I died.
I get a little. I get some nose off of it. There's a lot going on with it. It's so
light. I truly.
Yeah, it's got some light grain. It's got some dark grain. It's got some double malt in there, and then there's a 2% peated malt. So the thing that 2 Stacks is also known for is the dram in a can, the canned Irish whiskey.
Dram in a can?
Canned Irish whiskey.
Okay, have you tried it?
Yes.
Is it good?
It is that at just a lower proof. It's
no way.
Yeah, it's 40.
No way.
40%. It is. I think we figured out it's 100 mil per can, so that's about what, 3 ounces.
Wow. Okay. Stacie, it's so light. I get a little graham cracker. Maybe like black peppery popcorn.
That's probably the pot still component.
But I really gotta reach for it. All right, I'm gonna taste it.
Yeah, there's only
the nose is so light, like you really gotta reach for it, in my opinion. But I've also nosed a couple, but
yeah, and as Jim calls it, the Irish jet pool.
Wow, the palate is way different than a nose. Yeah, that came out. It's there. Woohoo! All right, let me try that again.
Yeah. Michelle's tasting that 5 different grains now.
Holy moly.
Lilith. No, the 2 Stacks Dram in a can is straight whiskey.
Mm-mm.
This is what Michelle is drinking. That I'm guessing that 2% peated malt is not agreeing with her.
I'm gonna try it again because I'm a trooper. I'm gonna keep it.
I will say a little bit of water does cut the peak out a little bit.
Does it? Okay, let me do a drop of water.
So this is 40% dark grain aged in virgin oak casks, 40% light grain aged in bourbon casks, 8% pot still aged in Oloroso sherry butts, 10% double malt aged in bourbon casks, and 2% peated malt aged in bourbon casks.
Okay.
Because that's the thing about Irish whiskey. It says you have to age it in wood, doesn't say what kind.
All right, I threw a little tiny drop in there.
So we love these. We take these everywhere, football games, golfing.
Why is my water bottle hates me now? All right. Okay. All right, I put a little drop of water in there. We're going to try it again.
So yeah, Jim from Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge calls this Irish Jet Fuel.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Bubble
Okay,
bath.
I will say it's not as bad as like there's some that like I can't get it off my tongue fast enough. It's not there.
No, it's only a 2% peated malt.
Okay, here's what I can say about this. It's very peppery.
This was the one I wasn't sure you were going to like, but it's the highest proof Irish, so I was going to include it.
Nope. I love to try stuff. So it's peppery to the point where I have to push through that to get to the notes, especially the finish. If I would take a second sip, I have to wait a minute because the finish is so hot on the back of my tongue. Yeah. I do get some dark fruit, which I'll be honest, with some of the more like what I've tried other things that are, I can't even get past it. This I can get past. I can pick out a few things. I would not reach for this. It's not my thing, but for me trying to expand my palate, I appreciate the taste of it because if someone set this in front of me, I could be polite and drink it. Yeah. But I would definitely not reach for it.
And once you add some ice, add ice or water, it proofs it down and it cuts that peat.
Does it? Okay.
A little. If you're not used to, but I mean, this is a good one if you're not used to peat and you're just starting.
Yeah, not at all.
Just a touch.
Yeah. So, like I said, for someone who's not used to peat at all, I can do this, which is saying a lot for me. It's not smack you in the face. If this is a great introductory pour for peat.
Yeah.
Hands down. I mean,
it really is. And honestly,
I couldn't ask you to send me anything better than that to introduce me to peat.
This stuff is kind of like the hazmat for Irish. There's been no Irish that, I mean, we do cask strength, but there's not been something with 65%.
Yeah, that I'll be honest, I'm like I could sit here and finish the glass and be content. I'm a bourbon drinker. Of course, I'd reach for one, but this is something I would continue to sip to expand my palate.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to expand my palate, which I do, this is a great choice.
Well, I think Jim can attest that after a couple glasses, you probably won't taste much after it's 65%. But.
Well, that's probably true.
So obviously, I liked the Sam Houston a little bit.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah. That's all in the glasses. That is...
We're at 10:03. So Jen, would you mind giving me the numbers where we are for the giveaway? Again, we're giving away the flight that I'm drinking, the flight that Stacie's drinking. We're going to send that out to a winner for our giveaway tonight. And Jen Artolino has been so great to track this for us tonight. She's on the East Coast. I know it's a little later for her. Thank you, Jen. She's my counterpartner in Women of Whiskeys. She's working hard behind the scenes. So let us know what that number is. Stacie, frick yeah, this was great.
Well, thank you. This is awesome. I really liked it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have what is this? Pinch hitter is saying I know Matt from Whiskey's Crusaders recommending letting it breathe for 15 to 30 minutes. Okay. Good to know. Because I didn't at all. So, well, no, it was probably about, no, it probably was 15. We were probably right on that.
Drops of water for me cuts it down a bit. But.
So, you guys, thank you for hanging out with us. I'm just kind of winging this shit. And Stacie, we were talking earlier, and she's like, "Oh my god, I hope your samples get to you." I'm like, "I air flighted yours for like an exorbitant amount of money. Let's make this shit happen."
So I ordered a new bottle, a new Killowen Release Poutine on Friday from the UK, or no, it's from Ireland. And Saturday it shipped. I got it on Monday, but it took 4 days to get to Idaho from Ohio. So
Idaho's like, she messaged, she's like, "You're not going to get it in time. Wait, it now says you're going to get there."
Yeah, I literally hit
Idaho. We get it, we don't. What the hell? We roll with it. Every now and then we shoot a coyote. I don't know. It's Idaho.
I was sweating it a little bit. I kept hitting refresh on that UPS tracking all day long.
Oh, you should. Okay, so I had to. I chose to ship some stuff to my friend in Australia who won some things, Lil, and 3 months later, after a whole bunch of stuff, she got it. So I mean, Idaho just sucks with mail.
I
Sorry to my friend Lee, who is a mail delivery person. Not you. You don't suck, Lee. I promise.
So I shipped actually one of these Irish whiskey glasses to a friend that's in Newry, County Down in Ireland. And it literally went the wrong way around the map, went around the entire globe, took a month, and cost 3 times the cost of the glass just to get to him. I'm like, enjoy.
So we have 40 entries, but while we're waiting, Richie Z wants to know, Stacie, can you start an Irish whiskey review channel one day?
I'm working on it, Richie. I'm working on it.
Are you really?
I've been asked a couple times, and my he's been pushing me to as well. He said, you're already drinking it. Why don't you just start telling people about it?
Yeah, I mean, shit, why not?
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't have to be anything else. I mean, look at me, I'm a shit show. So
together. Oh my gosh. I was telling a friend of mine about your criminals and cocktails, because the pub they own that I've done whiskey tastings in is called the Jury Room. It used to be the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office. It's from 1836.
Wow.
Yeah, and it looks like an old building. And and they do stuff there all the time, and ghost tours and murder mysteries. And I was telling her about the criminals and cocktails. So I'm like, we're gonna have to figure something out. I'm gonna have to get them on board with watching your show, because I love it. I love it.
That's so cool. Well, and I'll be honest, like I started out on the Instagram. I'm not gonna have a YouTube channel. I'm not.
I said that too.
I'm not gonna have one. And what I found was, it is not about women power. It's about all inclusive. Let's all get together. Let's drink without judgment. Let's drink it how we like it. Let's pour it how we want to. Let's share it with our friends. Screw it. Come on. I can be dumb. You can be dumb. Let's just drink whiskey and talk about it.
I totally agree. For me, it is honestly, a lot of people think Irish whiskey, they think, the 40% Jameson. And I want to show people there's a whole lot out there now. Modern Irish whiskey, there's a ton of stuff out there now.
Yeah.
You just have to be willing to look for it. And honestly, I mean, you guys spend a lot of money on bourbon. I mean, in the secondary markets and states that aren't control states, you guys spend a lot of money on bourbon. And it's probably, I order stuff from Ireland, but then I hear what you guys have to go through to get bottles. And that's also been a hesitation. And I try to get, and then I've just tried to get into it and have been able to. And so that's why I so appreciate it, Michelle, so much that you've gone through, kind of walked me through a flight. Oh, And I found what I loved, and I'm totally going to be looking for this online after this.
Well, I mean,
this is so yummy.
Okay, so Sam Houston's your favorite, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we have 40 entries. Stacie, please pick a number between 1 and 40. Let's see who won your flight, my flight, and a piece of merch from my site. Who gets it?
I'm going to pick, because my birthday is this month, 23.
20 what?
23.
23. So your birthday is April 23rd?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Jen, please randomize what is number 23.
Independent Joe, bite your flippin' tongue.
What?
My Irish is not proper 12.
Even I know that.
I will close the blender on Master Blender for Proper 12. This stuff is shite.
Shite.
It's not often that I'll say a whiskey is bad, honestly. It just might not be for me. We all have different palates. That I encourage people to get a sample of. Don't buy the bottle.
I think everyone loves what they love. And everyone has that one that they're so passionate about the fact that it sucks shit.
Yeah. It's not, like I said, it's not often I'll say something is bad. It just might not be for me.
And then we have that passion of, this is the holy grail.
Yeah.
Like, we all have that one that we're going to chase. We're going to wish we had it. We're going to be pissed off that people have it and won't give it to us. And then we have the one that we're like, you suck that you like that.
Yeah.
And it's not a judgmental thing. It's just what we know. And we don't mean to be judgmental. We just love what we love. And then I have to regroup and go, you know what? There's no wrong way. There's no right way. There's no rules. It's just because we're passionate doesn't mean we're right.
If we all like the same thing, there would be one model.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Let me see if I heard. I wasn't even paying attention. So Jen might have answered me. Let's see. Oh, we just got. We got a bunch of pukey faces. They all puking.
I don't. We sell it in Ohio by the handle. I'd love to know who in the world is buying a handle of that stuff.
Okay, Juniper Lane won this. Yes, Juniper Lane. Congratulations. If I don't have your address, please email me at womenofwhiskies@gmail.com. Let me know your mailing address. We'll get that out to you. Congratulations. Thank you for your support. Well.
Oh, I'm excited for Juniper Lane to get to try this stuff.
I'm not going to lie. So my favorite is probably, this is no surprise because I'm a weenie.
The Redbreast PX.
Which one?
The PX.
It is the PX. I love the Redbreast PX. It was so freaking good. But I'm not going to lie. It was so close between the one I'm afraid to say.
Killowen.
Yes. Okay, they were very close. I like them very much, both of them. But if I had to choose, I would take the PX over it.
The PX is very, very popular. I like the PX. I'm a massive Killowen fan. It's a small little place. It's grassroots marketing. I love the stuff that they do. But I mean, that PX is just off the charts. It's good.
So we know you love Sam Houston. Give me your top two.
Sam Houston and the Starlight Double Oaked.
I love the Starlight Double Oak. I love the Sam Houston. They my two faves too.
They're my two favorites.
Okay. So Stacie, thank you so much for coming on.
I loved it. Thank you all so much.
It was a good time, right?
I had a blast. I learned so much from this group, honestly.
Oh gosh. I learned so much from the flight you sent me. I mean, because I could look at these and go, okay, these are the notes I'm going to like with Irish. So, okay. So here's the thing. Let's all remember that we are all friends. Stacie came on. I had no clue who she was. She brought me into a room of Irish that I had no clue about. She said to me, I'm so sorry, I don't know anything about bourbon. Shit, here's some bourbon. Try it. Let's go live. So anyway,
Starlight was the only one I'd heard anything about before. That was it. I'd not heard the other three at all.
And it was only your second favorite. So
yeah.
Everyone, thank you for joining me. Fourth Wednesday of the month is our Criminals and Cocktails. We're going to throw that in the Patreon for you guys to vote which cocktail we do, which crime we do. We're here every Wednesday, all the time. The only thing I say is, please, there's no wrong way to drink your whiskeys. So please share it with your friends, and would you just drink it how you like it? So cheers, everyone.